Alright, YouTube, what is happening? This is Sean the Average Angler, and as you can see, we are going to paint this crankbait up. We are going to do, I don't really know what to call it. It's going to be green, craw pattern, some of our clear water and transparent somewhat. Some of our clear water bodies around here, this is a very effective pattern. I've already put a transparent base coat on it. Transparent meaning it's clear, it's Creatix. And the next color I'm going to put on here is transparent sand. And we're going to cover most of the bait with the sand because I want it to kind of fill in some of the areas. I'm not going to cover the bottom. More so the sides, maybe a little on the top, just to help darken the top when we get to it. And we'll put a couple coats. We don't want to, you'll see in a second. Let me heat set this. We'll be right back. And I'm just using a old hair dryer, blow dryer of my wife's. And normally we'd work from bottom to top here, which we will once we start changing the colors. I'm using this as kind of a highlight, and we'll see in a minute why. And the nice thing about working from light to dark is I'm not going to clean my gun at all. Well, I will when I get a little ways away, but not yet. This is just heat setting real quick, and we'll be right back with a color change. This is Creatix sand. Now we're starting to retain a little bit of the color here, which is nice because that's what we want. All right. And that's what we have. A little bit of sand, light tan, if you will. Our next color is going to be tropical green. And this color doesn't cover really heavy. It's very nice for transparent. Of course, I got some dried paint on the top of the bottle I have to clean off first. You don't want that in your gun. It'll plug it up quick. All right, so we're going to put a few drops of the transparent green in there. We'll spray it out here until it starts coming out green. There we go, got a little green. We're going to cover the bottom. And I don't want it to be real uniform. We put a little on the top too. That'll help start darkening in the top and that green as we get up to it. That's what I want, but this isn't dried yet, so it's probably going to lighten up. Let's heat set that real quick. And it looks like I didn't hit this side very well. The other side actually looks pretty good for what I'm looking for. Probably a little darker over there. We'll hit it with another coat. And then we'll see what that looks like. So this is a really quick, easy pattern. I'm going to put a couple more drops of paint in. It's not quite where I want it yet. This is a really quick, easy pattern. Alright, there we go. It's empty. And I think we're pretty good. Just heat set that. And I apologize, these are LED lights, but it still doesn't seem to, I mean, I can see it's transparent, but I don't think on camera you can. So you'll have to trust me. All right, so that's pretty much it for that. We're going to add some darker green to the top. This is a sap green. It's a ink. FW sap green ink. And this stuff, we're going to turn down the pressure because this stuff sprays really well. All the way down to about 15, 12 to 15, somewhere around in there. I put 3 drops, which is probably way more than we need. This stuff covers really well, and you'll gotta love ink. How quickly that covers. We heat set that. All right, as you can see, that covered really well. Honestly, we're good. I don't want to put any more on there. Okay, there's the bottom. Fade, you can still see some of that sand in the middle there. When you clear coat this, the sand in the middle will really stand out a lot more than what it is right now. We're going to do just a little bit of shading around the gill plate and eyes. Put on some craw stripes on it. We should be good. So let's sticking with the ink, we'll go with black ink. Just gonna blacken the eye. Like so. Maybe a little on the nose there. I think that's good. Let me heat set that because we're going to put a stencil on there. for this, we're going to use a sponge because I just like to set it down on there, grab us a stencil. Folks, this is a really easy pattern. I've been spraying with an airbrush for about 4 weeks. Not a very long time. Let's see this one. And this is for a 2.5. So, but it actually matches that pretty well right there. And we're good. Heat set that so we can flip it over. And this actually is live. If you think, wow, that didn't take very long, well, it's not. I'm really not overthinking it. And you'll see that black ink sprays really, really nice. So to finish this out, we'll just put a little black on top, and then we're going to go back over that with green. We're going to go back to the helping hands. And I'm really doing this video not because I'm a good painter. I'm not. I'm not going to win no art contest or anything. What I am creating here is a lure that will get bit. And that everybody else doesn't have. And the key thing is I made it. Don't need a lot of colors for this. Don't need to overthink it. Let's see. Let me find a green. We'll go back to the ink, and we're just going to put a couple little drops in there. Doesn't need much. I think one of the things I've really learned, and I'm still having a hard time with it, oh, we're good. Less is more, right? Less is more. Let's see. We're gonna add, I want the green. Ah, there we go. Perfect. It's not perfect, but it's what I was looking for. If you wanted to, you could add a little orange to the throat, would probably be pretty cool. I'm not going to. I'm going to pop some eyes in there. We're going to clear coat it so you can see what it looks like. And eyes go such a long ways in changing the look of the lure. It's really it's amazing. Let's go with the green. Where is my blade? My blade is missing. All right, well, we use this. Let's go with the green eyes. With the black around the eyes, the green I don't know how well you can see that, or why it keeps popping up on me. There you go. The green really kind of kicks it off. It's a much lighter green. It's kind of going to match what we have in here with the sand with just a little bit of green over it. Shouldn't take this long, but I really, I have big hands. I'm 6'4", and this is always challenging for me doing the smaller, fine detail stuff. There we go. So we'll give that a second. Actually, I'm not going to give it much time. I'm just going to get my my clear ready. We will throw some clear on that. I'm using KBS because it's simple and effective. Okay, I don't have to mix nothing. Here it is right here in this mason jar. I've had it in here for a month. Done a lot of baits. Just use brush. I'm going to stay away from the eyes for a second just because I don't want to disturb that super glue. Give it a little time for that to cure up. Well, a couple minutes anyway. We'll come back and go over the eyes, the last part of it. But it's amazing when you put the clear coat on. The difference. You can see the highlights in there now, how the middle section of that bait looks so much lighter. Gives it a really cool contrast. And this color is gonna freaking kill them. Now, I'm not sure exactly which blank this is. But It is probably somewhere in the 9 to 14 foot diving depth range. It's got a pretty good sized bill on it. The bait's not. The bait itself is not overly large. All right, let's cover those eyes. And I think this will help hold the eyes in, as well as they're super glued. And this is a self-leveling. KBS's self-leveling clear coat. I was dipping them for a while, but to be honest, it's such a waste of clear coat, and it was going on really thick, dripping all over the place. I like it, the look and the finish with the brush. And I'm outside in the garage. It's not super cold right now. I mean, it's in the 50s. So I just applied that in the 50s. That'll kind of give you an idea. The KBS is pretty user friendly, I think. Like I said, 4 weeks of me doing this, and this is what I come up with. So I apologize for not putting you sideways here the entire video, but I don't have a good mount. Let me turn this light off, get rid of the fluorescent. And there we have. Help me come up with a name here. I think it looks pretty cool. And it took 22 and a half minutes from basically start to finish. I had the clear coat on there. God, the freaking lights just trip out the freaking iPhone, man. I just turned one of them out. Didn't move the camera, essentially. And yeah. Anyway. I can try and find angles. I don't know. That's what you got. Anyway, why don't you guys help me come up with a name for it? I don't know what to name it. Anyway, this is Sean, the Average Angler. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.